This is Lovett Memorial Library Park. There are a number of reasons why we in the neighborhood believed that doing a test archaeological dig in this park would be valuable. First, we're right here on Germantown Avenue in Mount Airy. Germantown Avenue is on the path of an old Native American Indian trail called the Mincy Trail or the Mincy Path, where Native Americans came from northeastern Pennsylvania, as we now know it, down to the banks of the Delaware River to fish and dry the fish and take it back. This is long before there were European settlers in this area. And then the next thing that this area is very well renowned for is in 1777, the Battle of Germantown. And so the British troops and George Washington's troops went up and down along what is now Germantown Avenue. And so it's possible that there might be some kind of artifact from that period here. Then in the middle of the 19th century, this area was owned by a man named Erasmus James Pierce, and Pierce was an umbrella maker, and in those days umbrellas were made out of silk, and so he decided to cut out the middleman, bring in mulberry trees and silkworms, and make his own silk, which is why today there are all over Mount Airy mulberry trees. In fact, there used to be a couple right by the wall here a few years ago. Then toward the end of the 19th century, 1887, Charlotte Lovett Bostwick built and endowed the original library here, which you can't really see from where we're standing, and
we don't want to either.
Donated this park area for library expansion. And as anyone can see, here's the main library today, which was an addition built into this park in 1961. Then during World War I, there was a lot of recommendation that people do victory gardens. And so there was a victory garden here, someplace in the park. And we don't know whether someplace we might dig might leave some artifact, like discover some artifact from that period. In the early 1920s, it was a kindergarten in Lovett Memorial Library. And they used to bring the little kindergarten kids out to plant trees on Arbor Day. So we don't know if the kindergarten kids may have played here and left some remnant of toys or whatever that we might find. In 1924, the monument over here was dedicated. A bronze plaque is now gone, but that stone from Valley Forge had a plaque dedicated to nearly 3 dozen, I think it was 34 men and 1 woman, who were in the service of the country during World War I. And so we also had in the park during the 1930s the American Legion would have ceremonies in memory of those from World War I, which was kind of interesting because around the time of the War of 1812, Colonel Augustus Rumford, who had a military school up the street where the Lutheran Seminary is, used to drill the local militia on a field that ran, was about 10 times the size of this area here. So this is relating, the 1930s back to the 1810s. And so we don't know if from either the earlier or the later period there might be something in here. And then of course you can see that it's open ground, and before the playground was built adjacent here, right after World War II, there was just a lot of kids would come here and play ball and so on, and we don't know what the area might reveal about that. So that's what brought us here today.